Hi, you guys. So I had this dream of Rihanna, and the dream started off where I had saw her, and I was just like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" I wasn't fangirling over her because I'm not a fan of her. I've never really been a fan of her, but I was just like, "Hi, how are you?" And then I think she was coming to give me a hug, or I was coming to give her a hug, but I think she was coming like walking to give me a hug, and I had saw this red flash like in her eyes, like it was really weird. And then after that, the scene changed, and we were like in this jewelry store, and there was other people with me too. So we're in this jewelry store, and the woman who works in the store, she wanted me to pick out this stone, like this. It was like a It was like a purple lavender stone. She was like, "Oh," because at first I had said she wanted me to pick out like different charms and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, because I had already knew what it was when we got in there because it wasn't a regular jewelry store. It wasn't like, the jewelry stores you have in a mall. This was a weird jewelry store. And it had a lot of different charms and different things that you don't normally see. So I said, she picked this out. She said, okay, if you don't want a lot, you can just have one. And I said, no, I don't want any. So Rihanna, she had, charms, and then she had changed, and she changed her outfit, and she was like wrapped in all white like a mummy. And I was just looking at her like, what? And she had her charms, and she was throwing charms like kind of like a board game. So that yeah, it's called Monopoly. So you know how you have to throw the dice, and then you see the numbers that you get. That's how she was throwing the charms, like throwing these little stones, but they were like, it was jewelry, but she was throwing the stones, but she was wrapped in all white like a mummy. Like in a dream I had knew that she's a witch. Like, no kidding. 100% witch. Rihanna's 100% witch. And if you're listening to her music, everything, her music is witchcraft. How she makes her songs and everything, she does all that by witchcraft. And that's just who she is. Like in the dream, she had no remorse. Like, you know how some people turn away from that? Like, I didn't get that feeling that she would ever turn away from it. Not saying she won't, but that's just who she is. And in the dream, it was like she was proud. Like, that's just who she was. And whoever didn't like it, oh well. But she's 100% witch. And her music should not be listened to. But I hope you guys, if you're a fan of Rihanna, don't listen to her music. Don't even follow her. Don't watch anything of her because she's a witch, 100%. And yeah, so God bless you all.